Alright guys, we are back and coming in for more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and it seems like, as usual, something terrible has happened, and at the very moment we have to look out for, as we talked about before, our dear friend Gina. Seems like she was framed for murder, and we're gonna have to continue on from where we last left off. So I hope you all continue to enjoy watching, guys, and let's keep it rolling. Alright guys, we are back, and we're gonna start moving. A new location has been added. The prison. Okay. Well, before that, I'm gonna go to Sholmes' suite. Holmes. Check that blackboard. Always something new. This is where you wrote your note down ideas, right? Oh, wow. This is where you note down your ideas, isn't it, Iris? Let's see. What does it say today? Ah, the Buscom Valley Mystery. We visited Buscom Valley recently for a picnic. I forgot to bring the tea. So when Hurley became thirsty, he decided to drink from Buscom Pool. He gave himself an awful tummy ache. Ah, dear. Hurley sat there miserable as he can be in that field of flowers after that, just like when you saw him yesterday. Alright, hold on, I missed that part. Oh, that really is an unsavory tale. Alright, well, that's all I wanted to check out. Now we can move. Prison it is. Local prison cell 13 of the 16th of April. Oh, now it's her turn. Hello, Gina. Oh, I see we're doing this again. Oh, you still have the grenade... You still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made. I wish you wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Ginny? I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we're thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry? You heard. Get lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh, you ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I could lay my hands on and get it. No, get it. That's the kind of person I am. But Ginny, I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cub came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuff. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried. Why are you being like this, Ginny? Yup, might as well converse. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? He wanted me to send some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums me whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out, nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gonna grass. You're gone to grass, dead. Gina, listen. If you like, and tomorrow... Forget it. Ginny, don't you trust Runo? Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. What happened? Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's? There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going to the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest. But why, Ginny? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. So, she either went back because of the manuscript and possibly the disc. That's my guess anyway. Diving ain't easy, you know? It's a lot of work, and after time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What'd be the point anyway, huh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies? What did you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Ginny, please. Oh, yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by. A photograph print of a really adorable cat. I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in a pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Ginny. Alright, now we got one for the court record. Okay, well, that's enough of that. Can we go to... Oh, yep, Sinner's Hospital. Let's check up on Sholmes. April 16th, St. Sinner's Hospital, Ward 3. Hurley! Oh. He's not here. No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she? Ooh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley's being a big baby and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home. I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not. There's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Oh. Hello? Hello? What have we here? This ward is off limits, no visiting. So what are you doing in here, huh? Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin. Eh? Oh. Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am, sir. A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman, the great mystery solver as a mysterious family, huh? If that's how you see us, sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley? I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation. Extensive? It has been several hours since he went in. Oh dear, is he going to be alright? Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is. Oh. I've heard a report that a gentleman claims he may have a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh, poor Hurley. Okay, well, so he's not here. We'll leave. Let's go to the scene of the crime. This is where it happened then? Last night? That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables. But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance. No, you're right about that, actually. In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black. Oi! I heard that. Ah, Gregson. Oh, Inspector. Good morning. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. Your vigilance. We got to the scene before it was disturbed at least. Shame you let the two rogues get away, mind. Yes, I am sorry about that. I thought you'd assign extra men to the beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty. Ah. Your ladyship! No one told me you were coming. I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care. Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are attending to him as we speak. And I don't think it's Bruno's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am. As you say. Very obedient, this one. The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone in agreement about that. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change. Oh, where are my manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice refreshing fruit juice? Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Craigsy? I've some... of my special herbal tea with me if you'd like some. Ah, lovely. Very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this. Alright, we're gonna have to converse with you too now, huh? So, how's the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact. Gina, you're going to charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow. Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me. Your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid. Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you? What the? And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you? How could you? How could you possibly know that? I had a feeling, that's all. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you? Well, yes, they were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads in the beat. And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison. She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential. Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Sinners. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know. I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy, no visiting at all. Oh. The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. Oh no. He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so. But a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pipe down. Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know. Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding. But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better. Of course, your ladyship. He'll be as right as rain before you know it. Really? How do you know? How do I know? Well, because, of course. Ah, yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective. That's why. We better pray the doctor have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear, please don't die, Hurley. I'll report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theater. Alright, well, her ladyship. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector. What? Out with it, Sunshine. Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. Watch this off, Sonny. I'm a copper, and we don't go in for favoritism. But he's right. You do treat us differently. It's because of those Adventures of Sherlock Holmes stories, that's why. Oh? I crop up in them, don't I, Inspector Tobias Gregson? Oh, well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's. What did you write about the Inspector, Iris? I don't remember, really. It was one of Sholmes' lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it. Oh, did I write that? And you know what that one line did for me, huh? The very next month, my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you. Oh, that's amazing. All because everyone at the Yard reads them. They read all of Sherlock Holmes' stories. They've even set up a fan club for me. Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time you became such a toady to me. Can you blame me? All it'd take is one bad word from you and Shums could change his tune about me. Gregson. No, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, huh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost worrying about it. But that would never happen, Gregsy. Every month when the new Rance magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages. Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves. Here we go again. Glug, 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 glug. Ah, lovely. To very much. Did I really hit the spot, your ladyship? Teetotal? Oh, yeah, there's something I was supposed to talk to you about actually, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? What is it? I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now. An important message? I wonder what it could be. Uh-oh. Are you gonna tell me what this important message is then, Inspector? Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant. Dear Susie, is she alright? She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe? Nope, not anymore. She had to head off. Head off? Where? To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her. Ah, yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that. One of the Whipstocks took her there in the yard carriage after we'd finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go meet her there. She's got a nerve, using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' message service. I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Susie have to go to see the Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me. But I better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office just to fetch her straight away. Alright, well, now that that's taken care of, let's go. Oh, new location added. British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. I'm having trouble reading today again. Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal. How so? I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you. So everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust. Yes, thank you very much. There they are, Susato-san and Lord Strongheart. I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious. Very good. There's nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. Wait. What did he just say? Your return to your homeland. Susato-san! Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. What was all that about? Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why were you talking about Mr. Sato's return to our homeland? And tomorrow? Tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial? You mean she's been formally charged now? Or dear? We need to find out. What's going on? Why are you leaving? Don't leave! Mr. Sato, what's all this about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. No, you're my judicial assistant. What's going on? Your wife here? That's not what I asked. What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no. Professor Mikotoba? If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant, Ryonosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yumei University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news. 10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown, and it seems he grows weaker day by day. I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Mr. Sato's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe this is happening. So Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court? Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. No! Not even 24 hours later? Gina. Ah, the Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes? An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is without wasting time on these open and shut cases. It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that. Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, Lord Strongheart. In deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave now. Of course, Lord Strongheart. I don't know why I keep having trouble saying the Lord part. I always say a lot. Long. Low. Right. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetuated. Can't read today! We have far more serious matters with which to contend. Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday. It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. "3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me. There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart. I cannot believe myself. Which is, it's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her. A timely suggestion. Sorry? The girl currently has no representation. But that's not fair. Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial. Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Why would she do that? A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison. Yes, thank you. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. What a day. Gina charged with murder, Susato-san about to leave. Shohm's injured. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But, Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can. Thank you, Mr. Sato. It's a very pensive look. I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can as a lawyer. Alright, let's go. Back to Gina. Hello again, Gina. Oh my gosh. Really? Come on. I thought we were friends. What are you lot here for now? To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously. I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition to that thing, don't I? Look. You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Huh? Farewell? Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris, so miserable. Susie. Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you. What? It's my fault? Yes, so I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now, I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Huh? Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be. What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, huh? You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial? The one in which Magnus McGilda was acquitted. Ah, the case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now? Alright, time to learn some stuff. The trial 2 months ago. Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilda was declared innocent. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. I knew it. What sort of thing did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubbyhole. I couldn't see a thing. And then I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the floor. And that's when Mr. McGilda discovered you. Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. There weren't much light to see by, but when I looked at my hands, I had the cove's blood all over them. I was so scared I couldn't even speak. You had his blood in your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight. Then Mr. McGilda started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were, and why you were hiding under the seat? Yeah, he did. Only, that's not all. What do you mean? I mean, he threatened me. Well, I saw that coming. Threatened you how? He made me swear about what I'd seen and what I heard. And about what he's gonna do after the cove was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scarp her before the copper showed up. Gina, you must tell me what he swore to you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. Holy cow, that's a lot of stuff. Okay guys, I'm gonna end the video here for today. Thank you all for watching. When we come back, we're gonna hear the full truth about what went on with between Gina and McGilda. Until the next one.